Good morning. Myself Dhruv Jha. Today our topic is safety and first aid. First of all, we are talking about first aid. Destroys say that if an injured person receives help immediately, it increases his chance of recovery. Therefore, it is important that all of us should know what kind of help should be provided immediately. If a person around us is hurt, the immediate help given to a sick or an injured person before taking him or her to the doctor is called, first aid. It can help his or her conditions and provide some relief from pain. At times, it can even save the life of a victim. Now we are talking about accidents by poisoning. We use many chemicals at home which are poisonous in nature. Washing powders, floor cleaners, toilet cleaners, and naphthalene balls are some of the chemicals which are used to clean our surroundings. Soaps, shampoos, and hand wash are used for personal hygiene. So all these contain strong chemicals. We also have a stock of medicines at home. Eating wrong medicines or inappropriate dose can also be harmful. In order to ensure safety from these chemicals, we must keep the cleaning chemicals from out of reach of children in a safe place. Now we are talking about accidents from fire. Fire accidents can happen in the following situations. Number one, while cooking is in the kitchen, while playing with firecrackers, while using flammable substances in the house such as kerosene and diesel. Due to electrical, malfunctioning. Now we are talking about prevention. To prevent fires, follow these safety rules. Number one, wear only cotton cloths in kitchen or while burning crackers. Number two, never play with matchsticks. Number three, use a lighter instead of matchstick to light the gas stove. Number four, do not keep kerosene, diesel, petrol or other such substances in the kitchen. These substances catch fire easily. Number five, regularly check and repair all your electrical appliances. Fire spreads very fast, hence it is important to control it quickly. Fire can be controlled by reducing the temperature of the burning substance, cutting off the air supply. In case of severe fire, raise an alarm and call for help immediately. Call the nearest fire station. Contact emergency number like 100 for the police, 101 for fire department, 102 for ambulance. Now, number 112 can be used for contacting all three in case of an emergency in India. Different countries have different emergency measures. If someone's cloth catch fire, this fire technique should be used. Number one, stop. The victim should not run as running can increase the fire due to increase in oxygen supply. Number two, drop. The victim should drop on the ground and cover his or her face with the hands to prevent injury to the face. Number three, roll. The victim should roll on the ground to try and extinguish the fire. Cover him or her with a blanket or some other thick cloth. This would cut off the air supply and the fire would extinguish. If paper or wood or cloth is on fire, it can be extinguished by throwing water or sand or mud over it. If the fire has been caused by petrol, throw sand or mud over it. Do not put water. If the fire has been caused due to an electric short circuit, switch off the main power supply immediately. Never try to extinguish such fires by putting water over it. Fires can also be, extinguished by using a special devices called fire extinguishers. There are many types of extinguishers available. If they are available, they should be used instead of water or sand or mud. Now we are talking about cuts and wounds. Cuts and wounds provide an easy way for the germs to enter into our body. So do not ignore them. Wash your hands with soap and water before giving first aid to remove germs. Now we are talking about minor cut. A cut may be minor, such as a scratch or a nick. If the cut is small, rinse it with cold water. Then clean it with a cotton dipped in an antiseptic lotion. This removes germs. If the cut is made by a rusted object such as the nail, an anti-tetanus injection may be needed. Major cut or wound. To stop bleeding in case of deep cuts, take some cotton wool or make a thick pad of sterile gauze and press it over the wound. You can also press down on the gauze with your thumb and fingers to stop the bleeding. Then tie it tightly with a bandage. Raise the injured body part to stop the bleeding. Take the injured person to a doctor. Now we are talking about sprains. Sprains means moch. A sprain can occur when a part of your body gets twisted. This results in our stretching or tearing of tendons and ligaments, and it can lead to swelling and bruising and sharp pain. If the foot is sprained, we may not be able to walk properly. In case of a sprain, rest the part of the body that has been sprained. Do not move it too much. Apply ice cubes or an ice pack on the affected area to reduce the swelling. Wrap a crepe bandage around the twisted area to prevent unnecessary movement and give support. Consult a doctor if the pain is unbearable. Now, nose bleed. In children, bleeding from the nose is a common occurrence. In case of the nosebleed, number one, sit upright and tilt your hand a little forward. Do not tilt your head backward, or you may swallow the blood as it runs down to your throat. Use your thumb and index finger to pinch your nostrils. This helps stop the flow of blood. Breathe through your mouth. Do not blow your nose. If the bleeding continues for more than 30 minutes, you must seek the advice of a doctor. If the bleeding has happened due to an accident such as fall, consult the doctor immediately. Now we are talking about fractures. When a bone in the body breaks or cracks due to the severe injury, it is called a fracture. The affected area swells up. You cannot treat a fracture on your own. If there is a wound also, cover it with a thick cotton pad to stop the bleeding. Take the patient to a doctor. Ensure that the fractured part is not moved. Take a magazine or a piece of cardboard or wood or a pillow. Tie it around the injured part. This will act as a splint. It will prevent movement of the bones. And take any piece of cloth that is easily available, such as muffler, towel or a dupatta. Wrap it around the splint and tie it around the neck. This acts as a sling. Now we are talking about burns. Most burns caused at home are because of boiling water, crackers, touching a hot utensils, or even by a hot iron. Following are some of preventions or preventive measures to overcome these conditions. Number one, keep the burnt area under cold running water for a few minutes. Do not use ice because this may damage the skin tissues. Put 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water and dip cotton wool in this solution and apply it on the affected area. So this would give relief from the burning sensation. Do not apply any medicine so that the doctor can see the burnt area clearly.